Hey guys, what's up? My name is Kayla and welcome back to my channel. So normally for my weekly makeup basket, or what I have been doing recently and that I really enjoy, is where I show you my makeup basket from the last week and then go to the what I'm going to be using for the following week. And instead I have a little confession to make. The video that is going up the day before this, it's really confusing right now because today is Saturday where this video is going to be going up, but this video is going up tomorrow, which is Sunday, so I'm kind of confused. But anyways, I guess now yesterday's video I announced that I am doing a low buy pretty much until the holiday season so I can save my money and kind of go a little crazy. That ain't going out too well so far. So I am just gonna kind of do a mini haul of the things that I recently purchased and then go into the weekly makeup basket because a lot of these products I'm going to be probably throwing into the makeup basket this week. So this is a change up that's normally going to happen. Hopefully I don't have 100 amount of hauls. I won't, fingers crossed. There's a circumstance that just kind of happened, so we're just going to go into that real quick and just take care of this. Okay, I zoomed out a little bit because I didn't want to be like so close to my face because I just filmed a tutorial of this eye look, so I was like really zoomed in close. Anyway, so I'm going to kind of try to start in the order that I bought everything that I can't really remember. The first two things I pretty much mini purpose. This is the Stila, like their glitter and glow, but it's like their face highlighter in the shade Admiral, and then the Bare Minerals, their matte lipstick and Icon. These both were products part of a weekly wow from Sephora a few weeks ago. I've really been wanting to get another of like the Stila glitters, and I figured that the highlighters were like close enough, so I got this really pretty blue shade. And technically this isn't necessarily like recommended, it's not like guaranteed eye safe, but I'm still gonna give it a shot. And so don't do it if it completely sucks, but I pretty much bought this to use on my eyes and not for my face. So we're gonna see how this goes this week. It's definitely going to make a basket. And then this was also a weekly wow thing, and so I'm going to be adding this to my makeup basket as well. I only got those because they were 40 or 50% off of the sale price, and I watched the weekly wows every week, and so that was actually my first weekly wow purchase that I ever got because that was both things I was really interested in trying. Next is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I got another Smashbox Century Citrus Primer Water because when I went to return the Born This Way foundation, I'm going to link that mini review above because I ended up returning it the same day that I purchased it, like when I got the first time I wore it, and I kind of explained all that in the video. But this was on a like tower thing of products when I was standing in checkout, and it said like 50% off everything, so I like asked the cashier like, is this actually 50% off? She's like, yeah. So I ended up picking another one of these. I don't like buying backups. Both my primer waters I have opened, neither of them are half empty, but I really like the primer water, even though it's freaking stupid in terms of like the premise of what it is. I don't know why you're trying to charge me $32 when water is literally in the name, but it was half priced. I do love citrus smells, so I did happen to pick this up again because I know I'm going to go through it eventually. And following is the Wet n Wild Makeup Glow Contouring Palette. I did hit pay on the one I have been using for a while, and so I just went ahead and bought the backup. Probably once this lighter shade is pretty much worn out of that other palette, I'm going to switch to this one because I know I'm probably not going to hit pay on the contouring side, and that doesn't really bother me if I just toss it at that point. Product is the Morphe Debutante bronzer. This is a mini of it. I just wanted to try like more like little Morphe things, so I picked up this bronzer. It's the only shade that comes in a mini. Okay, I'm gonna give this a shot on my face this week. It was a mini. Samantha March is pretty much, what's the word? Samantha March is basically indoctrinating me in the love of minis, so that's kind of why I was a soft spot for the Morphe bronzer. And I want to try more Morphe products. I'm kind of over their eyeshadows, but like there are other things in their line I'm pretty curious about. Okay, next is the big deal, the whole shebang-a-bang, and that is, okay, so you guys probably know that Yonkers is going out of business. Rest in peace, future Yonkers. So there are two huge Yonkers in my city. So my husband is really like, well, I guess me too, are really intrigued by like giant stores full of products just like emptying out. So we went last night. And I found a lot of Kiko products. So first is the Arctic Holiday Volume Mascara. I'm guessing this was like still from like leftover on the holidays. A coworker actually told me she found a Kiko mascara on like for $4, and so I was like, well, I'm going to Yonkers and see if I can find it. So here is the mascara. I haven't opened it yet. Let's see the wand. Oh, what the hell? So it's brush, but it's like cone shaped. That's interesting. Well, since I already opened it, I might as well try giving it a shot this week. So the last things I ended up purchasing with the mascara are some Kiko eyeshadows. I got 5 of them. I opened one just because I wanted to see the packaging of it, and I don't know where the packaging went. But actually these aren't even eyeshadows, they are high pigments, and I feel really bad because like most of the pigments were like cooler tones, like lots of purples, blues, and greens, and I was like, I just kind of want to buy all of them because I feel really bad. I can't remember how much these were, but they were definitely under $5. So here are all the swatches on my hand. I did swirl into each of them 2 times because I really wanted them to be seen on camera, but honestly the 2 blues I did not need to. The white I kind of ended up blending out a little bit, but the white's a little disappointing. It's more of a yellow, more of like a yellow gold kind of vibe than a straight up white. The purple's a little iffy, and then the green has some shimmer in it, so maybe their shimmers are just weaker than their mattes. But I am really actually excited to play with these. All of them were really soft and creamy, not a really lot of flakiness, so I don't think I'm going to bring all of them into my makeup basket this week. I'm feeling like I'm gonna at least for sure bring in the white one and see what I can do with that. But the other 4 shadows, I'm gonna pick another one of them, but once I decide on the palette I'm gonna bring in for this week, I will decide then. So that's my mini haul. Okay, but now we're gonna get into the actual makeup basket for my channel. This is the 4th, technically 3rd, but I had to film something else. I've been filming a lot today. That's what I've been doing. I went out to TJ Maxx, which you'll understand in a little bit, and I got these like cat treats for like $2, so I'm just gonna feed them to Moose. You gotta sit, boy. Hey, stop it. Sit. Okay. Usually I have to make them like sit and behave, and I try to teach him how to do stuff. He got sitting down, he gets like up, down, but the whole laying down, a lot of things he doesn't really get. This is Sunday, it's the weekly makeup basket video. I've already talked to you guys a bit earlier. I did a mini haul. My low buy so far is going it's going pretty bad so far, but honestly I haven't splurged on anything really bougie, so yeah, I'm off to a great start, but anyways, I am tired of dealing with the backdrop situation. So just before we get into the weekly makeup basket video, I did have a very strange experience this week. I recorded it on my phone. It's just like a little minute-long clip, so I'm gonna cut to that after this, but just we'll talk about it in another minute. But I did use the Masquerade palette this week, and I did my best to use every single shade, and I think I got pretty dang close. I think the only one I think I really missed out on is Cairo, this kind of glittery orange, and then I think I tried using Casablanca. I think I did end up using that somewhere. And then Dahlia, this dark purple shade. I might have missed that too, but for the most part, I did use pretty much every shadow in this palette this week. Just trying to get a full, like, using all of it. So I'm going to cut to a little reflection on that. I don't say this in the video, but this look, this conversation that I go into, this was Monday's look. So just keep that in mind, and we'll cut to that and get going to the makeup basket afterwards. Okay, so this is like really weird, but this whole like neutral only eyeshadow today makes me very freaking insecure. I feel so uncomfortable, so awkward. If it wasn't for my pink lipstick, I, I just, I would be losing my mind. It's so strange for me. I think like the last time I did a neutral only eyeshadow look, like truly, maybe I did it a few weeks ago, but it feels so incredibly long. I don't feel like myself, and I wonder if this is how other people feel when they wear like colorful eyeshadow, because I had to do like black liner in my waterline to feel at least comfortable walking out the door. I just feel so weird. Definitely a new experience today. And I'm not saying that I don't like my makeup look. I really like how the eyes turned out, but it's weird, man. It's so incredibly weird. Okay, so here we go. So this is kind of ending up being like my basket to put into this. So we're gonna start like kind of how we did last week. Take things out of here. Take things. You guys get it. Okay, so last week I did use the Masquerade palette, which you guys saw me talk about just a minute ago, where it was the weirdest experience only having neutrals in my eyes, just all of that. So I'm replacing this, and I am, of course, put this at the very bottom right here. So I'm replacing this palette with the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette. I'm in a mood to do some berry action. I haven't done a lot of berry looks on my lately, so I'm taking this guy. It's a lot of, my fear about warm tones. Yeah, usually on this palette I usually stick to this side, the last two columns, so that's kind of what I'm going to be focusing on. And then about the Kiko eyeshadows that I also just showed you guys, I'm going to be bringing in the green, because I kind of think it'd be fun to really kind of bring in like a green, like leaf pitchy vibe. I don't know, but the green and the shimmery white, and then I couldn't decide on just those two, so I also brought in the purple, because I think playing with these darker shades and adding the purple in, I kind of feel like that would be really fun to do. So those are the eyes. Touch on real quick on the foundations. I did not finish the Maybelline foundation, because what I ended up doing was having to mix it in with the lighter nude ivory foundation. So if anything, I'm probably going to just take soft beige out and just have those two, because I had to mix them together, so it's of course not as empty as I thought it would be. I'm going to keep the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in. I need more time to test that out, but I'm also going to bring in my NARS Creamy Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I was going pretty hard working on this earlier this year, then I kind of put it away to try other stuff, but I'm going to bring it back to see if I can make some more progress on this week, because it does need to be gone from my collection. That was really weird and over dramatic. What else can I take out? I'm not taking this out. I'm just not. I'm not taking this out. But I am going to take out the two bronzers. This Essence bronzer, just no. No, but at the same time, I feel like I could actually hit pan on this pretty quickly if I tried harder, so this might be in a project pan soon. But about this bronzer, oh my goodness. This bronzer. The thing is, people do talk about it being really red, and I get that. But it doesn't look that way once you get it on the face. So, I love this. I enjoyed using this guy this week. But we're going to bring in that Morphe bronzer, the little debutante bronzer, wherever did you go. So, we're going to use him this week, give him a test drive. Okay, can you guys see this? Okay, we're just going to talk about this. So, low buy fail again. I went to TJ Maxx. I have no idea why. My husband's working today, so I didn't know what else to do. So it's just like, I'm just going to go to TJ Maxx because I'm not letting myself go to Ulta. But of course, I totally saw not only this blush trio in Pool Party, never been opened, because it has like the security tag on it, which they're doing more for their more expensive products, which I'm so happy. But I also saw Subculture, and I want Subculture so bad, but I didn't buy it. I did not. But instead, I definitely got this blush trio, because I think these were on sale like during Memorial Day, and I was so mad that I didn't pick one up. So, oh, it even has the film thing on it, and oh my goodness. I didn't just open it. This is like my first time opening it. Oh my. That's beautiful. That bright pink, I don't know if I can use that as a blush. It looks way more pigmented in person, but dang. But those other two shadows look really pretty. And I got this for $11, guys. $11. I'm sorry, I couldn't pass it up. I'm sorry. There was only like 2 of these. I had to. No, I didn't, but I still did. So, My little Makeup Revolution blush is going away. Oh, it's going away. It's breaking my heart, but it's for the better. For the better. Okay, I need to take stuff. I need to choose stuff that I'm actually taking out. The Tarte. It's gotten so gross on the outside since I pulled the stopper out first. Really great for cut creases though. Really great for that. I can't use this as my eye primer. No. I have to bring back the old guy. I tried. I gave it a week. I couldn't do it. I have to come back to you. I need you. I need you in my life. I also had this to use as an actual eyeshadow palette this week. It's really nice and pretty. I used it for one look this week and it worked really well. Really simple. I'm pretty impressed. I usually am not a fan of Wet n Wild shimmer, so they definitely stepped up their game. But that's about all I have to say about that. Talking about... I need to get stuff out of here. Lips. Let's do lips. I mean, I love all of these guys. I did use all of them this week. I actually used my Opinionated lipstick by NYX twice, so be proud of me. And I use the gloss almost every day. I feel like I'm missing a lipstick, but I don't know. So we're just gonna say I did. I use Satin Sheets and Bali Love quite a bit too, because those are my metallic liquid lipsticks by Wet n Wild. I love them. And I guess we should just bring this in at this point. For lipsticks this week, since I'm kind of going more of like a neutral kind of vibe thing, why did I pull out all neutral lipsticks? Oh jeez. I might have to swap some of these out during the week, but for right now I have Carmelo, which I ended up grabbing for a look this week. I love my Stila liquid lipsticks. The Bare Minerals in Shock from my mini haul. Was this Shock? No, it's Icon. I didn't swatch this in either one. That's fine, I'll show you later. I'm sorry guys, no swatches. So I want to try this guy out. Also, I'm bringing in Dreamy from ColourPop. But then my mind was like, oh yeah, I'm going to bring some crazy things. So I'm going to bring back the Ultra Duochrome lip. This, I really want to try to play with again. I'm looking forward to playing with this so much. Oh, and then there's Dolce. I had to bring Dolce back. I love Dolce. Dolce's on my lips today. I love him. Love me some Dolce. These I'm actually going to set outside for now, because everything's outside the palette. I see this right here, the Wet n Wild powder. Yeah, that's getting decluttered. I'm bringing in the Makeup Forever, if I can open you. This is a foundation powder. I can see the rings. I think you can see them too. I am getting close to hitting pan on this, so I want to work on some of that more this week. I can't pan anything that's in an actual project pan, but if it's on a project pan, yeah, I can pan that shit. I'm gonna take out Precious Petals for a little bit just to give it some breathing room or something. I don't know. Pure Nude highlighter and Physicians Formula. This combo worked out fairly well, but it's just kind of like if I didn't get the nude highlighter right on top of the Physicians Formula highlighter, it looked a little weird, but I did like this combo, and I'm happy that I tried it out. This looks like just a giant freaking mess to me. Oh my goodness. Talked about those things. Most of these things in here so far I've talked about. Oh, I forgot I had this highlighter too. Oh. We're just going to keep it in here. We're just going to... I guess before I move on. Oh, crap. Lips. The NYX liquid, the NYX Pin Up Pout lipstick in Corset. I need this guy for a liquid lipstick, so I have him in there. I'm such a hot mess. Highlighters. Highlighters. I'm bringing back the Air from Wet n Wild. I love those two lighter shades for highlights. I miss them. It's like I want to bring these guys back. So that's going to be a highlighter this week. Also have the Becca Moonstone highlighter, my little mini that I'm slowly, you can't see because it's freaking reflective. Can I get that a little bit? There you go. You can see a little bit now. So have a little pan on that. Again, I can't pan on things that aren't in a project pan apparently. I'm jumping all over the place. Primer. We haven't touched on primer yet. I am saying a part-time goodbye to this because I am going to be trying out my Smashbox Radiant Primer. Okay, so I'm going to test this guy out, and then I have my One Heck of a Blot mattifying, not really primer, just as like a backup, just in case things go a little bit crazy with the Radiance one. And also, I keep that in mind. I'm old. I have my Makeup Revolution lace powder because this is really mattifying, and then this combo is pretty mattifying too, so I think if I, even with the radiant primer, I should still be pretty good on the oil control. A few more things. I have my Stila highlighting glitter that's technically not Ice Ace, but I'm going to YOLO it anyways. I don't know how I'm going to include it in this week. I'm gonna give it a try, but I think I can do something with it. I think I can, so I'm gonna see what I can do. I think I have an idea. Another thing, guys, I'm horrible. So this is the e.l.f. sheer, it's like their under eye powder, and I got this forever ago, and I don't think I knew how to use it, but I've heard some people talk about it being like it's really good, and I'm like, okay. So it's like, I mean, it's e.l.f., so I didn't really care about buying it, like, price-wise, so I'm gonna give it a go this week, see if I care for it. I mean, it might be my new, like, under eye powder fave, and that's actually something I really need. Last thing is the Kiko Arctic Holiday Volume Mascara. I have not talked about this in project pans or weekly makeup baskets for a while. I mentioned this in like my first one, but not ever since. I don't specifically include mascaras, eyeliners, and like eye pencils in my makeup baskets just because of the way I store them. I store them all upside down in like a little makeup brush holding casing. And so usually, like, for eyeliners, I only have 2 liquid eyeliners. I grab whichever one I see first. Mascaras, I have a good idea of what I like, just kind of like what is best for the mood, but I'm specifically gonna make sure I use this a few times this week to give it a test run. Also, eye pencils, I mean, just that stuff, maybe a jumbo eye pencil I'll throw in here at one point, but for the most part, I just kind of grab what I think would be good for the palette. So I'm going to make everything look pretty over here, and I will be right back. So here is probably the prettiest organization thing I can come up with in about a minute. This is going to be a very neutral week. I don't know if I can do this. I didn't mean to be so neutral. I'm gonna have to be really upping my creative game. Maybe I can use some of the other shadows in the Wet n Wild thing and try to make something a little bit more crazy, because if I just do, be with me, guys. Be with me in mind, body, and spirit this week. So that is it for this week's makeup basket. This is for the week of August 19th through the 25th. Yeah, through the 25th. Okay, that's it for now, guys. I will see you next week on my makeup basket. Or if you would love to be wonderful and subscribe, I will see you Tuesday. Have a good